John Miller, what are you picking up on the police radio?
There was a bit of a stir a moment ago because LaGuardia Tower reported urgently that there was another aircraft moving fast in the no-fly zone. Now they've contacted that aircraft and they say it's a military aircraft that's rushed to the scene to enforce the no-fly zone and literally be a presence in the area in case there is another plane headed for the building, so that there'll be some at least armed aircraft up to confront it.
Them up there. Open line.
Huntress ID, unsecure line.
Huntress ID, this is Washington Center, the operations manager.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay, I guess you had called here a couple times. You never talked to me, but if there's anything you need or anything I can help you with, let me know what it is right now, please.
Okay, do you want me to let you know what we have going on, sir?
I would, yes. Well,
Okay.
I have a pretty good idea, but yes.
Okay, there are 3 aircraft missing out of Boston. I just spoke with Boston, and they said that they're not sure of the 3rd aircraft call sign, but they do have 2. One of them is United 175. The other one is American 11.
Right.
They thought that the American 11 was the aircraft that crashed into the World Trade Center with the United 175. However, American 11 is not the aircraft that crashed. He said the pilot on American 11 was talking to him, having a rough time telling him what's going on. There was threats in the cockpit being made. This was the initial hijack information that we got. American 11 to 767 from Boston to Los Angeles. Proposed route, he was headed towards JFK at the time that they lost contact, but that was not the aircraft headed into the World Trade Center that hit it.
Okay.
That's what Boston's saying. The last known, and I'm not sure where we heard it through the grapevine, people calling, is that American 11 was headed towards Washington, and that's the only thing.
Was headed toward where?
Washington.
Okay.
So, your AOR, and I just wanted to give you a heads up.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
The last known lat long that we had, primary target only was 4038 north, 07403 west on American 11.
Okay.
But again, remember, nothing has been confirmed as far as which aircraft have hit the World Trade Center, but the other one we have is information headed towards Washington.
Okay. Let me tell you this. We were looking. We're also lost American 77.
American 77?
American
Where was he proposed to head, sir?
Excuse me?
Where was he proposed to head, sir?
Okay. He was going to L.A. also.
He was also going to L.A.
Now,
From where, sir?
I think he was from Boston also. Now let me tell you this story here. Indianapolis Center was working this guy.
What guy?
American 77.
Okay.
At flight level 350. However, they lost radar with him. They lost contact with him. They lost everything, and they don't have any idea where he is or what happened. So what we've done at the surrounding centers here is to tell everyone to look out for limited codes, primary targets, or whatever the case may be.
Okay.
And that was the last time. That was about 15 minutes ago since I talked to the Indianapolis Center operations manager.
Do you have a type aircraft, sir?
That was a 767, I believe.
767.
Okay. And just so I don't call Indianapolis unless I have
Somebody else is talking. I'm sorry. I can't hear you in the background.
Correct. All I need is the lat-long, last-known position of the 767.
Well, I don't know. That was That was Indy Center. But they said somewhere, the last time I talked to them, they said it was east of York. And I don't even know what state that is.
Okay, sir. Well, I'm going to go ahead and just give them a call.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Can't find Bin Laden. Can you imagine that?
Come on.
And you know what? It isn't even Bin Laden. It's the whole frigging country.
He could be behind.
Well, see, that's the problem.
Yeah, right.
Why
Dominic,
is
you're
it safe
right.
to be there?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, this could. I mean,
Yeah, forget Bin Laden.
Bin
He's got
Laden
money.
has 5
Time to just literally say we were just attacked.
What country though? See,
You know who that is.
no,
I'll tell you the countries right off the bat.
We don't. The
Countries.
CIA should.
I'm saying that you listen.
But it's terrorists within those countries, and it is those it's the countries that house the terrorists. Absolutely.
Yeah, but the government is hiding behind those terrorists.
And I'm sure they'll take credit for it anyway.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to take credit for it.
Bush
though.
needed
The
to make
government
it.
of
attack
those
everyone that takes
countries
credit
hide
for it.
behind those terrorists.
You know what? We got to wait and see what
Yeah,
the deal is.
You can't rush to judgment.
Yeah.
Well, we could.
It's not like Pearl Harbor. We knew who the Japanese were.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they at least announced we did it.
Wow.
That's what I said.
Dude, I just can't believe a fucking plane would slam into that building.
God bless us. God bless us. We're all still here. God bless us. You can hear stuff just popping and cracking. And how far away did you see it from? And you just saw it come shooting in?
Yeah, I think knockers or anything that's close up here. So they're gonna flag you down here.
You want to grab some binos? Binoculars?
What?
To look for Shane.
I can't see.
Bring me some.
No one has been taking responsibility for this.
There have been no claims of responsibility, and U.S. intelligence officials say they had no warning of anything like this coming along.
All right, Dave.
Yeah, that transmission he said was unreasonable. It sounded like someone said they have a bomb on board.
That's what we thought. We just we didn't get it clear. Is that United 93 calling?
Center, Medics 150.
Medics 150, stand by if you would, unless you got an emergency.
Stand by.
Roger. US Air 2657, Cleveland 125.42.
2542, yes, sir.
Roger. Executive 956, that aircraft we believe was transmitting is 12 o'clock, 5 miles. Turn left heading 225. I'll get you away from him.
Bluffton, 225, 956.
16 Mike Foxtrot, fly heading 120 to get you away from that.
120 on heading, Mike Fox.
561 Alpha Charlie, fly heading 090.
090, 1 Alpha Charlie.
Roger. American 1060, fly heading 090.
0 American.
Roger.
Center Executive 956, what's that traffic as far as again?
Say again?
That traffic we're turning for, is that about our 2 to 3 o'clock?
Is it 1 to 2 o'clock, yeah? Or 2 to 3 o'clock as you turn.
Okay, we got him on TCAS, I think we got him.
Okay, he's climbing, so I want to keep everybody away from him.
Okay, I think we got him in sight.
Delta 1989, Cleveland?
Yes, sir.
Delta 1989, turn right to a heading of 320.
All right, Delta 1989, heading 320.
Roger. Okay, Delta 1989, we're going to go the other way. Fly heading of 260.
All right, sir, 260, Delta 1989.
Delta 1989, right.
Hello? What's going, who is this? Oh, Mary. We're fine, David is flying today. He was going to Cleveland. And you know, you can see the whole thing in our house. And I saw this like a plane crash into the snow. It's very scary here. And now there are people running down my block and I don't know what's going on. I freeze in Cleveland. No. I called his secretary. He left here early this morning. I think he's going to stay to the airport. I called his secretary. He said he's scheduled to travel today. Which I knew. So, I mean, now they're saying that the planes were hijacked. And I'm just scared, very. I have the whole thing on videotape. I think I even videotaped the second plane crashing into the building. I just set my camera up and turned it on. It's scaring me now though because there are people running down my street and I don't know what they're running from. Like maybe the subway. I don't. She's gone now. He always flies American. Or, well, not always, but it's impossible to know, Mary. I don't know. But I think the planes that were, one of the planes they said was a plane from Boston. It was hijacked in Boston. So I don't think that they can really hijack it in New York and take it, you know what I mean?
A great amount of smoke and fire, and here on the ground, everybody is very, very upset. People walking around holding their hearts, women are crying, everybody is talking about a conspiracy, and no cell phone service in the whole area as well.
I'm just looking at every plane.
Jumped out. I have to go right there, 92nd floor.
What floor?
92nd.
Oh my God.
I have workers up there. It looks like part of the airplane wing, the tail section on the right hand side. What is that in there? That looks like the tail section of the helicopter on the right hand side.
Former FBI agent James Kallstrom covered the World Trade Center bombing back in 1993. He is with us on the line right now. Jim, good morning.
Good morning.
You've been watching this. Talk to me.
I shouldn't say good morning. It's not a good morning.
No, I apologize. Go ahead.
I don't really know much about it, but it sure looks to me like a deliberate act of terrorism. And I mourn the loss of the lives that I'm sure are going to follow this.
How are you? Just look at my eyes. We were on the 34th floor of this building right here, 48 Wall Street, and we heard an explosion. We went up to the roof and we seen one of the towers on fire. So we're up there actually watching the tower on fire, and another plane comes in and hits the other tower, and there was like a ball of flame so big I couldn't believe it. It actually, you felt it in your face. And then it was just like both towers are on fire. Bad fire right now. There had to be a lot of injury in that building. Michael, I'm going to Otis Elevator. Morigi. Morigi.
Well, you know what? The first thing he said was, I call the vice president.
Yeah. Because the vice president's in charge. Dick Cheney's running the country. Anybody who doesn't know that is crazy.
Jim Gartenberg joins us. He was on the 86th floor of, I'm not sure which tower. Was it the north or south, Jim?
It's World Trade Center 1, and it's not was. I am here, and I'm stuck right now.
Now, are you above, Jim, or below?
I have no idea. I have no idea where the plane hit. It's my understanding that it's a plane.
Jim, there are two planes. One went into one tower, one went into the other tower. What do you see around you? I mean, are you in smoke? Are you in fire? I mean,
the first thing that I want to make clear is that I'm stuck on the 86th floor. A fire door has trapped us. Debris has fallen around us, and part of the core of the building is blown out.
How many people are with you, Jim?
I'm with one other person, and I'm told that people are aware of this. I'm on the 86th floor on the east side of the building facing the East River.
And what time did you get...
I'm on the air. I want to tell anybody that has a family member that may be in the building that the situation is under control for the moment, and the danger has not increased. So please, all family members, take it easy.
That's the wingspan right there, okay? That's the wingspan. So it came down this way, and I was walking this way, and it was so low. Yeah, it was like, what did you get here? And, it's not a 747, but it went in this way, and it was like almost when the building in slow motion, it flew out this way, and then these explosions flew out the other side, So that's the result. But that is the crash. And then the size is those are explosions, and the other side is the big explosion. The second building was a smaller plane coming in this way, like 10 minutes later, coming in from like Jersey. I didn't see, the guy said it was like a small jet, like a small, even maybe a rocket. And I saw it go out this side, that second building. And
right there, too.
Next block down, let's go.
I'm gonna go get Nina.
Let's go. Stop this thing up and go.
buildings are now buckling, they're saying. That literally...
Of course. I mean, the infrastructure's got to be
a Boeing 767 from Boston.
That's not from the chopper, is it?
Kaminsky's been telling us no air traffic. The air corridors have been sterilized.
Do not move towards the Trade Center. Continue moving away. Go north. Evacuate this area. All civilians, do not walk towards the Trade Center.
Oh, it's so scary from here, I can't even tell you. I mean, there's stuff flying through the air. I totally feel like we're under siege. I really do. I could go downstairs. I'm like afraid to move now. There are people running in my neighborhood. Well, my nanny was supposed to come, but I assume she's not coming today, obviously. You should see this thing on fire. You can't even imagine it. I can walk there in 5 minutes.
I've got a lot of questions for you, James. Let me kind of take you through them if I could. Because you investigated and worked on the original terrorist incident, or I should say the terrorist incident back in 1993, can you tell me if these buildings have any special significance by virtue of who's working in them?
Well, I don't think it's so much who's working them. I think the towers symbolize largely. There's many other symbols also, but the World Trade Center is a symbol. That was one of the original reasons that Ramzi Youssef and the rest of that gang wanted to do the World Trade Center as a symbol of America. So, sure, there's other symbols, but I think this is probably the tallest one on the East Coast.
Again, all of this is unconfirmed. We heard the president call it an apparent terrorist attack. At this moment, have you any doubt that's exactly what it is?
No, I have no doubt of that. I would call it an apparent attack. I think there's probably an infinitesimal chance it isn't, but it certainly doesn't appear that it could be. Commercial airliners, number one, are not going to direct themselves into a square hit on the World Trade Center. If there's some sort of a mayday or something wrong with the plane, they're going to try to ditch it elsewhere. They're not going to do that. And if the reports of a second plane hitting the building are true, then I think that probably caps off exactly what this is. It's a cowardly act of terrorism.
We just had another report. United 93, who was in Cleveland Center's airspace somewhere around Dyer intersection, just reported that they heard screaming on the frequency and the people have a bomb on board. The aircraft departed Newark en route to San Francisco was the report.
You know what type?
No, don't have that information.
Okay, we're still tracking it now, right?
Correct, we're still tracking at this time.
Okay, thanks, bud.
All right.
Can we go back to the telephone and Richard Thompson now? Are you still there, sir?
Yes.
Again, you are a licensed pilot. You were describing to us that you saw what appeared to be a small business jet that was flying, that came screaming by your office window and went right into the tower.
Exactly. Is that being a pilot is the first thing I recognized, that there was no way that a business jet could be flying at that level at this time of day over the city without special permission. So that I tried to crane my head out the window, but within 5 seconds before I could open my window and look out, it already had flown directly into the building. I mean, a pilot, I know that you could have avoided that at 99%. If you were in trouble flying that plane, you could have avoided that building. And so whomever was at the controls directly flew that thing right into the side of that building.
United 93 may have a bomb on board.
Okay, United 93, who's speaking?
Cleveland Center.
Okay, Cleveland. What's his origination and destination?
Is out of Newark going to San Francisco. His position is 15 east. Actually, he's farther than that. He's east of Dyer. His exact position is 30 miles east of Dyer.
Okay, you have a transponder on this aircraft, or did he go primary?
At this time, He's code 1527, and we still have a transponder.
Okay, and can you give me any additional information as to why you believe there may be a bomb?
Because he's screaming that on the frequency.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Anyone else? All right, I'm disconnecting now.
Hey, this is Dulles Approach Control. We're tracking a fast-moving primary heading towards the White House. The White House has been advised.
All right, I'll tell him. Yeah.
Let's get out there together and take pictures. You don't know, you might find a hand.
Message.
Hi, Ron, it's me. Just want to let you know I love you and the girls. Tell my mom to, we're going down to that trade center thing, the second plane that just crashed into that building. So we're on our way down there. I love you. I'll talk to you later.
Center exit 956, what's that traffic as far as again?
Say again?
That traffic we're turning for, is that about our 2 to 3 o'clock?
Is it 1 to 2 o'clock, yeah, or 2 to 3 o'clock as you turn.
Okay, we got him on TCAS, I think we got him.
Okay, he's climbing, so I want to keep everybody away from him.
Okay, I think we got him in sight.
We have another eyewitness on the phone with us, Juanita Soto in Brooklyn. What have you been able to see?
Well, we were in the roof, my husband and I, to see the flames as we could see it from the roof.
Could you, again, did you see the second aircraft? Apparently it might have come in from the other direction.
No, I couldn't see it. I was looking at the building when it hit, and I saw my colleague Tim Lufkin and I saw it hit the building, but we did not see it fly into the building. We saw the explosion from it.
And again, I guess we're still trying to figure out, there are some reports that these planes were hijacked. The FBI is said to be investigating that. But the one that you saw appeared to be a small business jet.
Yes. And the second plane was obviously a larger plane because the explosion from the second plane was tenfold larger than the first plane.
Okay. Mr. Thompson, we appreciate very much the information you've given us this morning.
And may God be with all those people because...
Huntress ID is coming around. Can I help you?
Latest report, aircraft VFR 6 miles southeast of the White House.
6 miles southeast of the White House?
Yep. East. He's moving away?
Southeast of the White House?
Aircraft is moving away.
Moving away from the White House?
Yeah.
Okay, but what, he was a DVFR?
We believe we just know it's a VFR aircraft. We're not sure who it is. If you want to hold on a second.
Okay,
you might
copy.
have people down there looking.
Okay, copy.
Where was that position? 6 southwest. 6 southwest of the White House, deviating away.
Deviating away. You don't have a type aircraft because you don't know who he is.
Nothing. We're in Boston, so I have no clue. Hopefully someone in Washington would have a better information for you.
Okay.
Is this a good number to keep calling?
Yeah, this is a great number to keep calling.
Okay, all right.
Washington, okay, so it's 6 miles. You guys have a primary target only?
We just said a telecom. We don't have any target at all up here. We're just on a telecom. We just heard that. I wanted to make sure you got that information.
Okay, can you do me a favor and go ahead and fill Washington on this?
I'll try to give him a call. I don't have a number for you.
Okay, I'll give you a good number then. Washington's number is 9.
What is it?
Okay, their number DSN is...
And what was New York's?
New York's number that we've got for them is...
Oh, you don't have a DSN?
No, I don't have a DSN for New York. We have Shoutline.
Okay, I have that already.
Okay.
They do have a DSN.
Do you have an altitude on the DVFR, sir? That was 6 miles southeast?
No information on it at all. You'd be better talking with Washington.
Or a deviating. I'm sorry, sir. It's a deviating aircraft or it's a DVFR?
Okay. That's what you have?
No, sir. On the one that was 6 miles southeast of the White House?
Yeah, southwest.
Southwest?
Yes, southwest.
Okay, southwest of the White House. Was he a DVFR? Or you don't have any codes on him, but was he an actual deviating aircraft?
Well, I guess they believe now he might have been a deviating aircraft.
You believe that he's a deviating aircraft?
Yeah.
Okay, copy.
Get more out of Washington than would for me.
Okay, copy.
Okay?
Copy.
Just passing information.
Okay.
United 93 with Able Squawk Trip, please.
Where's the best place for him to be?
You gonna ask me questions?
Yeah, just relax.
Sit here.
Come over. No. Just look at me, relax, okay?
Go ahead.
First thing, just tell me your name and where you work, what you were doing here.
David Blackson. I work at Solomon Smith Barney. I'm trained here at the Southern World Trade Center, and I was walking to work about 8:45, and going south down Manhattan Island looked like a 737 jet. Went straight into the north side of the World Trade Center, and it kind of went in, looked like slow motion, and it looked like something out of a movie where explosions just kind of bubbled out the north side where it impacted, and then a huge explosion blew out the south side, and then little explosions went out east and west. And I mean, it was just huge explosions. And
you were walking down the street and you saw the plane collide with the building?
First thing I heard was an airplane flying really low, and I thought that had to be a fighter or something to be flying that low. And I looked up, and it's a huge passenger airplane, and it's kind of tilted on its side. And I thought, you know, there's no way that that thing's going to miss the building, or, you know, it's either going to swerve left or right because it's too low to miss the building. And I just couldn't believe it when it went straight into it, and it was obviously intentional. And then, you know, 10 minutes later, a second plane coming from the other direction hit the other building and blew out the other side. You know, I just saw the explosion coming out the second building about 10 minutes later. But
could you see what kind of jet it was? Were there any markings? Was it an airliner?
It looked like an airliner. The first one, I didn't see the second plane. The first plane looked like a jetliner, like a 737 you would get at the airport with you know, engines on both sides. It looked like something, any normal jet, like a 737 maybe.
You said it looked like it was intentionally headed for the building. What makes you say that? Was there no smoke, or could you tell the plane was in distress?
Well, the engine was making a lot of noise, but I think that was more because of the dive it was taking. It didn't look like there was no smoke or anything. It just looked like it was coming straight south, and then it veered. You know, you can see the cut of the incision into the building is sideways, so the plane was slightly on its side, and that's why it made me think maybe it was in distress. But then when it obviously hit, you know, there was almost no doubt that it was intentional.
You were walking in the neighborhood. Was there debris flying off? Were people on the street hurt?
I wasn't that close. I was about 5 blocks away from where I saw it. But what we did see for the next 5 minutes were people jumping out of the building in suits, and even 10 or 15 minutes after the first explosion, people were still jumping. It was unbelievable.
What do you mean, people jumping out of the building?
You would just be looking at the building. You would see some debris kind of flickering down, but then you could clearly see people in suits jumping from floors above, and I don't know if people jumped from below the where it impacted, but definitely from where the hole is, people were coming to the edge and just jumping out. And I saw like 3 people. People around me saw like at least 10 people jumping out of that building.
I mean, that's about 70, 80 floors up. You're saying they jumped from the open hole?
I guess they saw there was no escape at that point, but I mean, that's what we saw. I don't know if people were falling out by mistake or jumping on purpose, but it was pretty incredible.
Thanks for talking to us.
We're the leaders in the world. We have all the technology to spank these douchebags and fix them for once.
We've been
We're lenient.
Parents.
We're too liberal.
We're trying to let everybody solve their own problems.
When parents are too liberal, the kids get spoiled.
That light?
Right up the edge. Right at the very edge.
Yep.
On both sides, just a little below the on both sides. You see anything? From there,
9-4 to Manhattan, check.
All right, all units stand by on insurgent.
Manhattan calling field com, okay? Manhattan calling field com.
Field com, go ahead, Manhattan.
All right, field com, you ready to write? I got floors for you to check in both building 1 and building 2. Everything we have up to now.
Give me building 1.
Okay, building 1, 9-2 floor, the 106th floor, the 89th floor, 104th floor, the 100th floor, the northeast side, the 88th floor, the 82nd floor east side, the 105th floor, the 68th floor, 106th floor northwest, 103rd floor, room 103. 83rd floor, room 8311. Let me know when you're ready for building 2.
Proceed with building 2.
Okay, the 82nd floor west side, the 88th floor, 89th floor, 73rd floor west side, 105th floor east side, 104th floor east side, 47th floor, 73rd floor west office, 83rd floor room 8300, and 80th floor northwest. That's what we have at this time.
Okay, received.
Alert in New York City. President Bush has mentioned this as a possible terrorist act. We have people on the ground telling us they have terror in the streets in Lower Manhattan. People panicking, people crying. One witness has told us he saw a couple of bodies actually fall out of one of the buildings.
Difficult building to extraordinary, obviously, because of the height of the buildings. But the plans in place for evacuation, are they, from your experience, state of the art?
I think they are. I think the whole security of that building, both from a physical security standpoint and from an evacuation standpoint, was certainly reinvented and looked after after that tragedy that happened back in the early 90s. And they're probably as good as they can be. But having said that, you're talking about one of the tallest structures, or two of the tallest structures in the United States. And whether or not the elevators are working, they're probably not. They're not used in case of fire. You've got a massive evacuation problem on your hands.
What's in the film, man? It's fucking like smoke.
Gopher 06, traffic is 11 o'clock and 5 miles northbound, fast moving, type and altitude unknown. Gopher 06, we have traffic inside 12 o'clock. All right, you have the traffic. Do you know what kind it is? Can you see? Looks like a 757, sir. A 757. Can you estimate his altitude? Looks like he's at low altitude right now, sir. Gopher 86, thank you.
But it was self-inflicted without attacking any target. Here we have a precise use of the airplane basically as a bomb. And this is very new in the annals of terrorism, particularly in modern times.
Professor Vian, if I ask you, if we compare this with the earlier incident in 1993, you're talking about in there a situation where terrorists allegedly rented a Ryder truck, drove it into an unguarded basement, garage rather, and then blew up the explosives. Here, you're talking about a lightning increase in terms of the sophistication, the technology, and the coordination needed to mount this type of an attack. Given that, wouldn't it be likely that you could eliminate many of the smaller groups and concentrate? Could this be, in fact, the act of a government, an adversarial government?
The White House. Get your players as soon as possible. I came from Boston?
Oh, we're going to turn and burn and crank it up.
All
right, here we go. This is what we're going to do here.
Miles east of the White House right now.
A monster march.
Okay? He's
What happened?
deviating from FA.
Is that airline right now?
Run him.
Team 2-1, you want to relay?
Authorizing FPO right now. You want to authorize it?
I can't get through. Yeah, we're hearing them loud and clear. What are we doing?
We're going direct east.
No, yeah,
FPO them right now.
Unbelievable. We were inside. Unbelievable. Really?
No helicopter traffic can get anywhere near the World Trade Center. The TV helicopters are Chopper 880. No one can get close at this point. The airspace around New York City.
Our question here is, our aircraft that we have has climbed, turned, and is not talking to us. So do we want to scramble? We got a couple of local military here.
Okay, that's a decision that has to be made at a different level.
Or is someone talking about it at least?
What's the call sign again?
It's United 93. He's right over Cleveland.
Over Cleveland now?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll call you right back.
Would it be highly unusual, Mr. Kallstrom, for these attacks, if that's what they were, to have taken place without some degree of advance warning?
Well, I don't know the answer to that. Obviously, the FBI and law enforcement, the people that come to work every day and suffer through immense criticism when little things go wrong, these are the days that everyone hopes that they have a very formidable, highly motivated FBI and law enforcement team, and I suspect we do, and these are the things that they try to not have happen. These are the things they try to have the intelligence to avoid happening. International terrorism, if that is what this is, and I don't know what it is very hard to penetrate because it's not very, it doesn't have a hierarchy of authority, and it's cellular, and it's a lot of different people motivated for religious type reasons, hatred reasons, and you can necessarily not know a lot about what's going on in an agency if you're in at some level because it's so segmented.
That traffic for Gopher 06 is still in a descent now, and looks like he's rolled out northeastbound.
All right, thank you.
Swan 91.
Gopher 86, climb and maintain.
You got a military?
Yeah, stand by. Gopher 86, turn right and follow the traffic, please. Gopher 86, turn right, heading 080. We're going to vector you for the traffic.
Okay, 080, Gopher 06, it's close.
Dallas, I'm keeping Gopher 06 with me for a while.
Oh, there's somebody waving.
There is?
Yes.
Do it. Someone's waving us. They have no fucking chance of getting the fuck out. See? You see it waving? Did you get it? You see the hand holding it? Just keep it up. Keep 0-1 on that for a few minutes. As soon as the sun hits, maybe you'll like it. Wow, that guy's got a fire on his hand.
went back in.
No, I see Fred. You see that blowout? Mm-hmm. That's a gun. There's another soul around here with you, bro. You got balls? Where's your flag? Come over.
I think he's hanging on something.
Keep on, keep on.
Being lowered.
He's being lowered? Isn't it clear image?
Very far.
Oh, he's being lowered. There we go. See that thing falling? That's man. See it? See him?
Yes.
You got him? Oh.
Another body.
Traffic is out of 41,000 out climbing.
All right, we're down here in Soho, as a matter of fact. You're looking at a picture from Prince and Worcester Street, and on the ground you can see what has happened all over Manhattan. People are stopped and they're staring. They're looking up and they're trying to figure out all of what's happening. In talking to some of these people, I met someone, Philip Russo, who actually witnessed the whole thing. You were driving east on Bleecker Street, that's correct?
That's correct. I was driving east on Bleecker Street.
Have you step around this way? Put
Sure.
it in the background.
I heard what sounded like a jet flying very low. I looked up, I saw a blue and white jet, 2 engines, going obviously in the wrong direction.
You were thinking jet, you were thinking 737, something like that, a large jet.
A large jet, a large commercial jet, but with no markings that I could identify other than blue stripes on a white plane. It sounded too low. I looked up, it looked too low, going in the wrong direction, and I followed it into the building.
Flew straight into the building?
Straight into the building, dead on, disgusting sight.
Then you continued to look up at the building and you saw the second jet.
Well, then we were looking for about 5 minutes, just in horror at what happened, saw a second jet coming from the west that looked identical, both in color and in form, and it smashed right into the second building. Huge explosion on this side facing us.
Now we're all standing out, we're staring at the building, all of us, in horror.
Yeah, it's the only way to describe it. Horror, sadness, and disgust.
You talked about fear and being scared.
Yeah, it's going down.
The fire goes up.
Where'd you come in from?
Came in from Grand Central.
Squad 4-1 to Manhattan.
Squad 4-1, stand by. All right, Manhattan announcing, as per the citywide tour commander, all off-duty firefighters and all off-duty officers, you are to report to your respective stations and wait further instructions. Repeating, all off-duty firefighters and all off-duty officers, you are to report to your respective stations and stand by waiting for further orders.
In Sarasota, Florida now, Major Garrett joins us. Major, what are you being told?
Hello.
President Bush has notified, and talked rather, to Vice President Cheney. He has talked to the FBI Director, Robert Mueller, and he has also spoken with the Governor of New York, Governor Pataki, about this catastrophe. The President will convene a national security meeting upon his arrival back at Washington. Those are the 4 pieces of information we have gathered here in the moment since I just spoke to you on the telephone. The President, as we just saw a few moments ago, identifying this as an apparent act of terrorism against the United States, said there will be a full investigation. The entire apparatus, the United States government, FBI, national security, CIA, the Vice President, who you may remember was placed in charge of a domestic terrorism study group within the White House to monitor and develop plans to deal with a catastrophe of just this kind. All those parts of the government have been mobilized. The President.
Manhattan announcing all off-duty firefighters and all off-duty officers, you will report to your sector stations for total recall and wait further instructions. As for the citywide firefighters and all off-duty officers, you will hereby total recall. You report to your sector stations and stand by.
Caught our eye, and in fact that was the second explosion that we had seen with the second plane going into tower number 2.
I'm trying to say whether we should stay here. They look pretty stable. If it falls, it would hit us. If it fell our way, it would hit us. Yeah, I don't know. They tipped over like a domino order. Welcome to New York. Wow.
15 to 15 OB. 5 OB. Tommy, listen carefully. I'm sending all the injured down to you on 40. You're going to have to get them down to the elevator. There's about 10 to 15 people coming down to you. Okay. 10 civilians coming down. I'm on 40 right now. Tommy, when you take people down to the lobby, try to get an EMS crew back. Definitely.
I'm getting a report now that it was a United Airlines plane that plowed into the building. We don't know whether that negates the American Airlines reported hijacking or whether or not that was a second plane. So at this point, we're getting different reports. Go ahead, Mr. Kelso.
Yeah, I mean, you telling me that, Brian, if that is a commercial airline, a United or American or whatever it is, that, I mean, my initial thought there is that this plane was somehow commandeered by somebody, hijacked, taken over, and flown into the building. I don't know that for a fact, but that's certainly what it looks like.
Yeah, as I'm looking at the second tape right here, and I don't know if you're watching on the line with us, that is definitely a commercial-sized aircraft.
Yeah.
Now that we've blown it up.
Yeah.
In size.
It's beyond belief, but it's not beyond belief. I mean, we've seen this hatred find its way into the embassy bombings in Africa. We've seen this hatred at the USS Cole. We've seen it at the World Trade Center in '93. We've seen it around the world in acts that take place almost every day. And, for this to then transform itself into this size of an incredible tragedy, to me, although I certainly would never expect it, never ever want it to happen, is not that unbelievable.
Yeah, James Kallstrom, let me ask you to sit tight for a second, if you would.
Battalion 7 ladder, 15 roof, what's your flag, man? It's 3, battalion.
Citywide Tour Commander. All off-duty firefighters and all off-duty officers, you are hereby total recall and report to your sector stations and stand by. Squad 4 on your message.
They wanted the Empire State Building safeguarded.
I'm sure everybody's out of that building.
No, they was, but I'm saying they want everything safeguarded.
Yeah. The first one you can look at it and say, well, it was an accident. The second one, you can just immediately change the whole thing.
Last service unit. Last service unit, 284. Last service 10-4. I-936, 416.
Battalion 9, Battalion 7. Battalion 9. Oriole, I couldn't find a bank to bring me up there any higher. I'm on the 40th floor. What can I do for you? We're going to have to hook it. I'm on 69 now, so we need a higher bank, please. What stairway you in, Oriole? It's down on the building, boys. Attack 1 to attack 1 Alpha. Battalion 7, right on the 5 roof. First floor. Battalion 9 to Battalion 7. Battalion 9. Oriole, I'm going to try to get a couple of CFRD engines on the 40th floor, so send any victims down here outside of the staging area. Hey, the fireman said this elevator works for party. If we get some more cars in those banks running, we'll be all right.
Go to different sites. I think it's become.
Oh, we had the first one. We didn't even think that we second. So we were like fools. Right now we were underneath. You know, Century 21 Road. You know
we're across the street.
We were like, well, not down. We were like a block down. We were like by the first one, not the second one. But we were just across the street. The guy who was going to get away from the break. It was stupid to go down there.
Jane, we're just getting a report that there's been an attack on the Pentagon. This is the Pentagon. This is from the network. This is the Pentagon in Arlington, Virginia.
These are pictures that have just come in to us here at News Channel 4. You are looking at live pictures of what appears to be an attack on the Pentagon. We can tell you nothing more than what you were looking at. This is approximately an hour ago that we had one airplane crash into the northern of the World Trade Center towers, and about 18 minutes later another airplane crashed into the southern of the towers, and now we have this.
We also hear that the first plane that hit the World Trade Center was apparently hijacked after takeoff from Boston. It means there's a very good possibility that that plane did have some passengers on board.
Did you hear the transmission where the airplane that said he had a bomb on board?
Say again, was that United 93?
Center United,
United 636, go ahead.
Yeah, there was they said that the fuselage must have been inside or fuel or whatever that blew up again. Oh, but we're okay. So.
Washington.
Washington, Huntress, Boston just called us. They said that they had information about some aircraft that was 6 miles southwest of the White House that appeared to be deviating.
Boston does?
Boston called and said that I'd have to get the information from you on it. They don't have a call sign for the aircraft. They don't have any codes for the aircraft. They just know that there's one that's 6 miles southwest of the White House.
Okay, well, Boston's airspace doesn't even come close to that. I don't know how they got that information, but we don't... Hey. Okay, we don't know anything about that.
Okay, you don't know anything about that?
No, we do not. And it's probably just a rumor, but if you might want to call National or Andrews, somebody like that, and find out, but we don't know anything about that.
Copy, thanks.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Mark, I hate to make reference to another movie at a time like this, but, you know, sometimes life does imitate art. When I was standing outside on the other side of the World Financial Center and this first explosion occurred, I heard what sounded like jet engines coming in low. We're not too far from a National Guard Center. Sometimes these planes come down the Hudson and buzz the Statue of Liberty a bit. I thought that's what it was until this massive explosion, which at first sounded like a sonic boom. Then I looked up, and there was debris raining down out of the sky like scenes, unfortunately, from the movie Armageddon, where, you know, asteroids hit New York City and pieces of buildings get blown out. It was, in fact, just that dramatic as these chunks of the building fell down onto the street.
Yeah, it is incredibly dramatic. Now,
Understand, you still want Gopher 06 to descend to 2000, sir? Gopher 06, you can maintain 3,000 and turn left heading 270.
Okay, left turn to 270, Gopher 06. Any chance we can circle around the Pentagon, sir, on our 270 turn?
Gopher 06 approved as requested.
Gopher 06.
Gopher 06, okay, they're asking if you would go ahead and move away now towards the west, 270 heading, and 2,000 for now.
Roger, we're climbing to 3,000, sir, and looks like that aircraft is impacted the west side of the Pentagon.
All right, thank you.
Washington, this is Gopher 06.
Gopher 06, guys.
Yes, sir, that aircraft is down. He's in our 12 o'clock position. Looks like it's just to the northwest of the airfield at this time, sir.
Gopher 86, thank you. Descend and maintain 2,000.
Okay, we're down to 2,000. And this is Gopher 06. It looks like that aircraft crashed into the Pentagon, sir.
Gopher 86, Gopher 06, thank you.
It's tough for people on tragedies. You advertise it or not. But yeah, she called her family. I was able to get through to mine before it became overloaded. So. Yeah, all the airports are closed. And did you hear that the second plane?
Hey, Dulles here. Listen, Houston Region has us on the phone, and they ask that you be on a continuous hotline with the White House if you're not already doing it.
We're doing it.
Thanks, man.
The whole floor exploded. Oh, yeah. Fire was coming all around the whole building, all the floor.
Made clear to the press traveling with the president he would make a statement. Shortly before that statement, he was actually sitting down with some children here at the elementary school, reading them a book. Reporters asked him if he knew about the situation of the Twin Towers. He nodded and said he would talk about it momentarily. In fact, he did. We just heard the president's statement declaring this an apparent act of terrorism. Yes, Eric?